Hey YouTube, and welcome to the 5th episode of Tech Focus. Today, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 features of Apple's brand new update for iOS, iOS 8. So, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. As a lot of you may know, iOS 8 is a huge update for Apple, along with iOS 7, which was released in 2013. Along comes with iOS 8 is a ton of new features that a lot of people are going to be finding useful and that were never there in previous versions of iOS. So these 5 features that I'm going to be giving you today are in no order. They're not from least to best, and they're not from best to worst. So these 5 features are just going to be the ones that I thought Apple did a really good job on and features that I really liked. Coming in at number 1 is the quick reply feature within iOS 8. This feature allows you to quickly reply to a text message from wherever you are within the phone. So let me give you an example. So if I text myself here, if I press send, I go to the home screen, a notification will pop up. And when you swipe down on that, a full keyboard will come out, and you'll be able to text message that person from wherever you are. So if you just swipe down, you can type them back. Hey, what's up? And you can go ahead and send that and be on your way, and you'll never have to leave the app that you're in and go all the way into your message app and send or say what you need to say. Now, coming in at number 2 is Spotlight Search. Spotlight Search was always a feature in iOS 8 that no one ever really utilized or used, and it was just a thing that was always there in the background that just was completely useless and was never really a thing that people would, hey, I'm going to use Spotlight Search to go find an app or a text message. It was just never there. It just didn't have functionality. But I think Apple really changed that with iOS 8. So to give you an example, if I swipe down on Spotlight Search, and you type in a specific movie, I already did half of it, so it wouldn't take as long. But if you type in a specific movie, like the movie A Walk Among the Tombstones, it'll actually give you the movie that you're looking for. So if you tap that, it'll give you information. It'll take you to the website, and so it's kind of like a mini version of Siri almost, if you will, but you're typing it. And you can also do this with restaurants and a whole bunch of other things that is just really useful, and I think Apple did a good job with this. Coming in at number 3 is Metal for iOS 8. Now what Metal is Apple's new way of coding games and apps to get the most performance out of the new A7 and A8 chips with the 5S and the iPhone 6. Now what this new coding system does is that it allows graphics and performance to be extracted to this purest form out of the chipsets that come with the new devices. So to give you an example, there is an app called Zen Garden. Now what this app is that it's just basically a preview of what Metal does with the gameplay and the graphics that comes along with it. So here's the game. If you press start, it's kind of like a virtual tour of like a cabin, if you will. So this whole game is just filled with little tidbits that you can mess around with. If you put your finger in the water, the fish will follow it. And just the way the reflections look and the water and the graphics just looks amazing. Give you another example. If you go over to a different spot within the app, and you like the sand garden, you can actually swipe your finger or drag your finger, and you can make designs in the sand. And the sound effects also sound really cool. And I'm really glad that Apple implemented this type of coding for apps and for the iOS platform. And at number 4 on this list is custom keyboards. I am extremely happy that Apple finally implemented this into the iOS software. But what you can do is you can download custom keyboards on the App Store, and you can go through your settings, and then you can put them as an optional keyboard along with your normal keyboard that comes with the normal iOS. So you go into your settings, you add the keyboard, and boom, there it is. Now you can get ones on the App Store that are, you can get a bunch of color ones. A lot of them are like $1, but some of them are colored, so you can get red, blue, green, all types of different keyboards. And then you can also get keyboards like this one that actually have functionality. So as an example, Swipe, which is an Android keyboard app that's been around forever, and Apple finally put that up. Now this one is free, and it's called SwiftKey. And it has the same swipe capabilities as the app Swipe. So, how are you? How was your day? See, and then you can send that, and you can also just switch right back to your normal keyboard if you want to, or you can go back to your other keyboard that you had downloaded from the App Store. So I'm just extremely happy, and this is probably one of my favorite features of iOS 8. Even though I didn't say these were in no order, if I had to pick a favorite, this would be my favorite feature in iOS. And I just think Apple did a great job, and they finally caved in to let developers create their own keyboards and ideas within the iOS software. At number 5 on this list comes back to another message feature once again, and that feature is Group Chat. Now, Group Chat has been on the iPhone forever, but you have never ever been able to do pretty much anything with it. If you get stuck in a group chat, you're pretty much screwed. You're going to get every text message, and there's no way to make it silent. There's no way to, stop the data rolling in onto your phone. So Apple finally added features to group chat. So as an example, you can put that conversation on Do Not Disturb. So say you're in a movie and your friends are texting each other, you can just, you don't want to hear that buzzing, or you don't want to hear anything, then you can just put that on Do Not Disturb, and that conversation will be silenced. Or if you don't want the data rolling in message after message, then you can just leave the conversation and be done with it, and not have to deal with all those text messages. So I'm really happy Apple did this, and this was just desperately needed within the iOS software. And they also added other things in group chat, such as you can share your location within the group chat, and you can name the group, and then you can see all of your pictures. I don't have any pictures in this group, obviously, but it'll show you at the top, all the files that have been sent, and that's just a really cool feature. And I'm so happy that Apple finally did this, and it was just needed. So there you go, guys. That is my top 5 features of iOS 8. Please leave a like, comment, and hit that big old subscribe button. My channel is just starting, and it really helps me out. So until next time, this is Tech Focus.